has an 80 base power, dark time, 100% accuracy, 0 priority, learnable by Incineroar. It's just so much, you know. It's just so much. So I'm trying to make it a little more consumable. So let's say someone in chat wonders what the ability Drizzle does. They can just type !! Drizzle. If they want to know what the ability Mode Breaker does, they can type the words ! Mode Breaker. All right, Overwatch is starting.
Until the end of the day, if LUNEX do not win here, Li Shangtao to start us off. We saw, LUNEX try and fold in a little bit of the Reaper comps of their own in that previous game, and it had some mixed results. But DSG, PG and Rocket very comfortable. He's very classic.
Aaron Trailer has a good breakdown. I'm not looking for a good breakdown. I'm trying to figure out how to make a stream of competitive Pokemon watchable. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Use the bot! ! Pikachu.
Stick with the sim or maybe go with more of a conventional tracer look. A lot of options here. PG on the Cassidy though could do a lot in this one.
Alright, so switch
Okay.
Dash,
Here we go.
in
Oh, we're starting with the McCree. Remember, the house is the most important thing. We must get the house. We must get the house. Houses are good. I also heard the housing market is going down. And wait, is this a Genji? Bro, why why are we pulling out the Genji?
Because of that bubble, and LUNEX had to disengage briefly. They've given up a lot of this ground.
No. Genji's almost dead. Genji was almost dead. Keep him alive. Keep Genji alive. Okay. PG got a headshot. We didn't get the... Oh, damn, wait. Yeah, that's that boy. I was gonna get Wingstop, but they don't have Wingstop in Canada.
Really meant that LUNEX didn't have any ability to work that.
Big kill by Lep. Good kill by the guy, PGE, the Dark Lord. As they say. Why do they call him the Dark Lord? I feel like I'm missing the context behind that. Like, why Dark Lord? Is it because his time will come? He named himself that? Wait, you can't name yourself the Dark Lord. I feel like the Dark Lord is a title that other people give to you. It's like being called quirky. You can't call yourself quirky. People who call themselves quirky are cringe. Alright, Tread. Nice! PG's dead, but Tread got the trade. Oh, Zombot killed our Genji. Let's get some big heal. Don't waste the grab. Do not waste the grab. Hold the grab. Big hold on the grab. Okay, wait. Lep is going crazy on the Brigitte. He's alive! He's one! He's absolute one. Zarya absolute one. Zarya absolute... Okay, he's not...
He's going to stick around in the fight, and looks like we have a pause coming in. I think there might be a little bit more to play for here for LUNEX, right? The spawners are going to be coming back in. There's going to be some support ults to deploy. Like you called out, though, the grab advantage from Tread starting on the Zarya is likely to be impacted.
Why is there a pause? We start winning and suddenly there's a pause? Kind of sus. Interesting.
Zarya is a little bit too tanky, so you're really going to be wanting to try and catch supports or a tracer, but easier said than done there for Tread.
Credit to Zeb as well, because being able to stay alive there means there's a lot of that Zarya charge that's carried over into the next fight. If there's any chance of reinforcing that LUNEX tank player, then you do not have to spend a couple bubbles in the first 10 plus seconds of the
probably have a play disconnected. That would make sense with the way LUNEX is playing. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 of their 5 players are playing disconnected right now.
At the beginning of the fight, which is a rarity for a team who in theory lost out. A lot of aggressive Brig shield bashes coming out here from NY. She's really trying to
jumping back in.
Tread, but it can expose
oh, yeah. Good unpause. Huge unpause.
Keeping Zeb alive, but it didn't line up.
Watch out. Oh, no. Yo, why PGE dying so fast? Oh, grab. Wait, grab on that? Was that good? Oh, that was good. Skyle with the double. I feel like I never see Skyle's POV. I only see Treads and PGE. If you ask me if I like who the second support player on my team is, I wouldn't know.
Now they're going to come back, and like you mentioned, heavy investment from DSG in that
Like
fight.
Lep,
But
I
the
know
lane
because
will be unassisted outside
every
the
time he
zone.
dies,
So
chat
Rocket
like makes a
Luke
big
with
deal
the
about it, which is really mean.
Extend with an overclock now, but hindered
You guys need to
immediately.
stop
Doesn't
it
wanna
with
take the
that.
fight
PG
off
died, huh?
PG, but Nenwai, well,
How
he
come
will
there's
have
a
to.
Lep
Yeah,
dead, but not a
shield back
PGE
forward
dead?
from
Not
Lunex,
that I'm
very
advocating for people to
aggressive,
start
but he
typing
yields
that.
the elimination and forces Disguised off the point.
But
Yeah,
Disguise on a
I
retake
pretty
in
much
a round
never
around 99-0,
hear or
right? In
see
theory, this
anything
should
from
be
Skyle.
open and shut, but in
He would just
reality,
randomly start killing
the
people
blade and the
in
rally that
the
they're working
kill
with here are really tough to use against Graviton Surge, right? Genji just goes deep with the blade, you just get locked down and die. Similar story for Brig, right? Like maybe the rally shield tanks you for a while.
Okay,
but
we
also
wait.
a pulse bump from
Genji
Zombie to worry
ult?
about. So tough fight here on
Does
the retake. We'll see
Genji
how
ult
Rocket and
get
Lep decide
5
on it.
kills like it does in my
Even
silver
take this,
lobbies?
Defensive grab here from Zev to try and lock Rocket up. You might want to try and go big here for
Yo,
it.
put your
Doesn't
shield up.
quite-
Oh, wait.
Alongside of
PGE
the
got 2
PGE
kills? What?
throws out the grenade and Zombie
What?
fight both.
But the Tracer ulted them. How did PGE turn that
Horrific
around?
for LUNEX. And that is absolutely going to be a bruise they carry into the next round, folks.
Yo,
Zev
someone
is in
should
trouble.
hit me with a
And, there's
replay
no
on
way they're
that.
gonna be able to stay alive and maintain any of that Zarya charge. Then way off the point, PGE will zone here with this Deadeye.
Wait a minute.
And that's DSG taking their first round.
Great round from Tread and Lep in particular there, right? Like that final moment, making sure that the Brig rally shield just blocked
Wait,
everything.
the shield
all the
from
impact
Lep?
that grab completely mitigated. Zarya up in front. I mean, she's the hardest one to kill, of course, with those bubbles. And then Lep.
Where are the
just
Lep
does
haters
all the
now,
work.
huh?
And PGE with that
12
space to work
assists,
with, he's
6
just throwing
eliminations,
that.
0 deaths.
Definitely some big impact. X10, big damage in that round, though, despite like a tough round. Almost 5K there on the Sojourner.
Lep
so
lovers
I'm
eating
really
good
curious to see how this
today.
round 2 goes. Expecting LUNEX to maybe rock out with the Zarya mirror, and maybe we'll see a little bit of a closer round from an ult economy perspective.
Just kind of a reminder that, these rounds can be over so quickly, right? LUNEX, they start on the Orisa, and it's just not the right pick. So Zeb makes a switch to the Zarya, sure. But that puts them so far behind in terms of that ult charge. There is a grab fight.
X10 Reaper.
Yeah, okay, we're going to see that here yet again. So this is something that Disguised were flashing earlier. This is a pretty, again, big investment into trying to neutralize Tread, but
a Reaper.
Zion has plenty of tools to deal with, like that upfront aggression. You can see the
What?
rest of Disguised trying to respond here. as they
Reapers
realize
are a thing?
There's going to be way more pressure on their front line in this round.
Whoa.
That's a lot
How's,
of aggression
how's
on
this guy
every
alive,
player.
bro? He got
Not
to
just
like
stage
1
to work
HP.
with, then by getting
Wait, losing this
aggressive
isn't
with
even
Tread.
bad, right?
Last man standing
The point's
here
not.
for Disguised
Oh
with the
my
help of Sala
god.
behind,
Oh
but
my
it's not gonna
god.
be enough.
Oh
Sorry,
my
fighting away
god.
with
Brah,
Juno.
brah.
Living a while, actually.
Yo,
but
Tread,
with
you
Juno
gotta
dropping,
reset.
Should be the beginning of the end. They're giving some respect to Trev. They don't want to get popped from the burst, but I actually like this LUNEX style. I think even PGE is going to be in huge trouble. Like a Reaper
How
teleporting
do
on a Cassidy
we
with
counter
a Zarya bubble
a
is very
man
hard to
with
outplay.
2
Like, you
guns?
really need help from the supports. You need maybe your own Zarya bubble to live that. Rocket goes over to the Venture, maybe giving him a little bit more survivability, a little bit more potential to fight the flanks. It's a good matchup, I think, generally into this style, but I wonder if they won't get
Bro,
I guess maybe the Brig also causing some issues is Tracer
what's the
for
deal with
Rocket.
Venture?
Again, we know
Are
just how powerful
they
Venture can be.
like a diver? Are
It's a similar
they?
paradigm.
Seem like a diver. I mean, they literally
die.
oh, no, they're not a diver. They're a dyer. Rocket's insta dead. Rocket, I don't care if it's your birthday. Lock in. Come on, come on. Laser, he's 1. He's absolute 1. Absolute 1. Nice, 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 nice.
Their sails billowing with confidence, having this Reaper comp. They want to run at DSG
Oh my god,
if
yeah.
possible.
This Tread guy,
Time it was
he's
exploded.
not even Korean.
Yeah, Tread living so deep into that last fight gets a huge
He
grab
does
advantage,
not
and honestly,
speak
I
a
think LUNEX
single
just caught
word
off
of
guard.
Korean.
See, caught in the grab there is worst case scenario. As a Zarya, you're going to have to tank that grab, but having the Juno in it as well makes it essentially team fight winning on its own. Big impact from the Zarya here from Disguise.
And Rocket swapped out the Venture, tried it for 1 round, back on the Tracer. The Adderall is kicking in. PGE with the whole, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care if he is the Dark Lord. That wasn't good. That was ungood,
They were
one
maybe
would
hoping to
say.
make up for that lack of play, but LUNEX were a step ahead of them.
Wide open,
Very little.
Continue
McCree
to push the
out
trade here. X10
with a
relying on the
Reaper in
supports,
his
getting
face.
a lot of damage done on this Reaper. They're thinking about going even deeper. I mean, this comp has almost
Uh-oh,
limitless
uh-oh.
aggression.
He's gonna drop down an ult. I've seen this in my silver elo.
Legs outnumber this comp.
That is insanely aggressive from PGE. I mean, okay, drop off the high ground. PGE got the pick on the Juno. Then drops off the high ground.
Someone tell me the good
There's
news.
a fear of like a Reaper TP behind him, but either way, he throws himself into the blender.
Yeah, that's a big impact from LUNEX.
Why is this guy looking up Future Sight, the Pokemon move in my chat?
Lost. Like that little bubble recall play from Zomba, going to get a bit of extra energy for Zeb, who has held on to this Graviton Surge, but now both teams with grabs and disguised with some very big
PG swapped it to the Sojourn.
It's going to require a defensive orbital rate, which sometimes
oh, big grab. Big grabber. Big grabber. Oh, big grabber. Big grabber. Big grabber. That, oh, small. Big grabber. Big grabber. We lost Rocket for that, though. This zombie guy. The zombie guy, though. Someone stop him.
With the exception, of course, of Tread, who was certainly doing some heavy lifting.
Yo, first Ryan, now Zomba? These NA tracers are the bane of my existence. Yo, this Tread guy. Tread, he's absolute one. Absolute one. Absolute one. Absolute one. Absolute one. PGE, I need something from you. Anything. Oh, no, Tread's dead. Oh, we got the trade on one heal, though. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We need a little more. Oh, God. That's not good. No, 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 no. Someone touch. Who's got the touch? Rocket, you got the touch? Yeah. Big touch out. Big touch out.
Rocket
oh.
tries to go for the prescribed route, but Zomba has trodden that path many times before.
PG, what you got? What you got? Oh, wait, the ball with the last second touch? Nice. Okay, the ball with the last second touch? Nice.
In this last fight, trying to get over towards the point, and Zomba is happy to make use of the pulse bomb here.
Oh, wait. Yo, Tread is keeping this. You know, when I feel like they should buff the hamster ball.
Punishing these push-ups from Tread.
Just like how Diva, when her mech breaks, she jumps out. I feel like the hamster should jump
kind of
out.
running them over, which a lot of teams have been able to deal with, but LUNEX.
But he can't do anything. Like he doesn't have a gun or anything.
It does pay
it's
off. Right?
Just the
hamster. Once again, Tread, huge grab, gets both supports in the Zarya, kills both supports. It's like the dream start to the fight.
And yet, I didn't have this problem
Tracer, and Zarya are just
LA.
cleaning up your damage dealers,
But
able to stay alive into the
Canada,
fight,
which is colder.
Ultimately, they're able to never give up that map control. When they do finally get their whole team back together, Disguised, they can't quite clear the map out. It's just back into a 5-on-5, and the ultimate tempo swings back the way of LUNEX. So as we're 1-to-1 going to Control Center, wouldn't expect to see the Reaper swap anytime soon, although I love the Emerald response from PGE. The mobility is going to make this very awkward for Reaper to chase.
There's also like some tank busting potential. If that Reaper's going to get up in your face, Cypher Blast gives you like a decent
Someone deal with Zomba.
In that fight. And again, we just know how nasty Emerald is, especially in Ultimate. That
is it because it's close to my monitor?
By Reaper, that the override protocol really gets you out of
okay, PGE's on his signature. We cannot let this Reaper. Well, I don't think the Reaper's the problem. It's the
Zeb takes a bit of damage. X10 might not have another bubble, and she knows that, so she has to walk away.
Oh, so close, so close.
Finds that pick off on Z's.
Z's got to watch out, and that pressure is going to mean a lot of space control for Disguise.
Watch out, backs out, our ass. They're coming up our ass.
Committing all in on the Zomba, who has to recall out, but the point in control. Under some time pressure now.
Yo! Do not let this Reaper just W key us. What the heck? Kill him!
But you don't have a get out of jail free card, so to speak. This is nice though. Good little disengage from Disguise. Tough to pull that off against the tempo.
Whoa. We got the trade though. We got the trade.
Very, very scary. This is very
yo, shoot this guy. Shoot, he's the one. Absolute one.
Last one they're gonna have to make use of. It's PGE traded out for Zomba. It's about as even as
we lost that? Wait, what?
DSG losing Rocket. They don't have their ability.
We're not even touching?
Zomba
I feel like we could have
team fight early, finding some pickoffs while the pressure is on.
Could have extended it out, no?
Advantage of this Tracer plus Reaper style is that you have two very powerful DPS that can go aggressive with bubbles into the backline and find.
Wait, PG has out though. Wait, we have 5 outs about to come up. Let's use them.
Boom! Deep into the backline.
Boom! Rocket got killed. Zomba got. Ooh, our backline's all dead. Our backline's all dead. PG, is it time to out? PG, is it time to out?
Trying to salvage now with this override protocol. Mostly it's been dodged away from. X10 sustained through the fight, stays alive. DSG walk into that fight with an ultimate disadvantage.
We used 4 ults to lose against 1 ult. We used 4 ults to lose against 1 ult. And last I checked, 1 is significantly less than 4.
They kind of want to get these numbers lower and play on that survivability. Nenwai deep into the backline with a bubble rally as well.
She dives in, pops that rally straight
away.
Guys,
we need to deal with this Tracer. Pick people that kill Tracer.
there's more where that came from. They're not bluffing here. They're sitting on a grab and a Death Blossom, whereas Disguise have unfortunately run through most of their big team.
Okay, that's a this Reaper troll. He lay epic troll memes.
Overall advantage, as they wasn't able to keep the Reaper alive. LUNEX
Come on, guys. We have 5, they have 4. Do the fucking math.
But Zomba wants to try and make this costly, punish anybody for maybe not paying enough heed to the the backline.
Zeb playing this one cautiously, gonna wait for X10 to get back into the fight.
Big grabber, big grabber. Oh my god, Lep dead. Tread dead. Lep and Tread dead. Lepa and Treadda. Lepa and Treadda. PGE suicided out of grief.
Pulse bomb to deter? I'm not really sure, but either way, this has been beautiful stuff from LUNEX.
Guys?
As soon as Zeb has been on this Zarya, they have
Guys?
looked phenomenal. The Reaper, something that Disguise has not been able to answer. They draft the Emra in for PGE to try and have a way to punish this Reaper, have some range advantage and have some flexibility, but that doesn't seem to be remotely enough.
We were up 1-0. Now we're not. Why is no one dying? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not bad. Couple people died there. Oh, we flipped the map? That's not bad. Oh, never mind. We got 2 dead. Please! Please, PGE!
Fully charged.
Save the DSG society.
Oh. With a map win. This Disguise who can really only try and stall things out. And they have, Jake, stuck to their guns with this Reaper comp over these last couple of rounds. They have looked flawless, and they're playing a much more up-tempo style that DSG just can't keep up with.
Yeah, I think the difference in the impact of the grabs with the Reaper on control.
The last time we lost against one, the last time we played against a bad team, we lost 3-0. I think DSG's weakness is bad teams.
Often Zeb with the advantage in this Zarya, and ultimately when you play this comp, right, it just matters so much which Zarya has more energy, who's got more bubble resources available. And even with like a couple imperfect plays on the fight, like Tread getting some massive grabs over the course of Lijiang Tower, catching supports time and time again, this looks solid for LUNEX. And to win on the Zarya mirror is, I think, to set the tone for the current meta, where for me, a lot of teams going to use a ton of Zarya in this current game style.
Yeah,
we need to answer this Reaper,
like multiple levels of, like,
because all this Reaper is doing is holding W keys, and we got nothing. We got nothing for
this rush style. For me, what really stands out is that, you know, like, you've got games like this where the healers are both approximately putting out like a very solid amount of healing over the course of the game. The number of deaths here,
we got
far less for the side of LUNEX. PGE gets exploited, targeted, 13 deaths. One of those there as well. PGE just sort of drops into the maelstrom that this brawl.
And the people who betted against us in the prediction won. The haters have won today.
Played some of these off angles, but there's not enough time. Look at the fight is being taken. PGE can't even see what is going on. He's trying to play coast, which is fine. It's a safe spot. It's a reasonable perch to play from, but unfortunately just cannot have the impact that he needs.
What happened, guys? What happened?
Tearing his team to shreds on Reaper.
The moment they play Reaper, we just forgot. We forget what Reaper does.
Really smart for X10
Yo, coach,
to bring out the Reaper.
what am I paying all 10 coaches up for?
I think it's pretty unconventional there, but obviously can still work. They get the round win. But then when they come into Control Center, you've already got your perks online on Reaper, right? And the fast Shadow Set TP, the extra mobility exiting Wraith form, at this level of play, it makes a huge difference for your ability to get in and get out, put pressure in, catch supports off, and you know, I think it allowed a lot more playmaking to actually be successful there. So that was for the Emra swap, which came in late. You don't have that Siphon Pistol perk up for the first fight. Probably takes a couple fights to really get there, and so, you know, some of the later counter swaps get punished by a team that's, as you said, Mitch, sticking to their guns. The Reaper Hellfire shotguns, right, all reliable when it comes to cleaning up those grabs.
I mean, you talk about the major perk, but I think Emra's minor perk that gives him a move speed increase when he's not firing with that, you know, Siphon Blaster is also really important to try and get it.
You need to go to Gibraltar. I need to go to the homes of LUNEX's players and ask them to not beat us.
Extremely curious. I love that both these teams enjoyed this.
Are you not co-streaming? Oh, I forgot to hit the co-stream button. That's on me, dog.
But you know, this is where we see that Freya-based composition. I'm very curious to see how they sort of want to roll out here for DSG, because they have selected.
Who's just looking at I don't know. Like, I made this Pokemon bot in the chat, which I'm gonna use for the new Pokemon game in a few days. But I have
do
some
think
random
Tread
people
is
just
playing
looking up
incredibly
random
well
ass
on map
Pokemon
one.
moves.
Like,
And
they
it's
do
not
use the
even
map,
like
but from
popular
the eye test,
Pokemon
I
moves.
think Tread was the stronger Zarya on that map.
It's just the
I mean, maybe
most
Zeb's playing a
random
more self-sacrificial
Pokemon
style,
moves.
but Tread was just hitting every grab on like really high impact targets, as well as like pumping out probably top damage in the server, if just from the eye test.
Anyone know the stats
so
of
I think this is a
Primarina?
map where the tank is going
If
to
you
be
don't know, it's
particularly
okay because you
impactful.
can type
LUNEX, I would
exclamation mark
assume they're gonna
Primarina
sub
in
in
the chat.
Cardi Fan as they have many times before here.
Ball ban.
But exactly right now they've shown this ball. This has been the style they've wanted to play. I mean, Liquid was forced into the mirror.
Primarina, the water
and now
fairy
LUNEX
type.
gonna have to show us something
Abilities
different here.
are
Maybe
Torrent
that's the thought from Disguise.
or
saying,
Liquid
we
Voice.
know this is how you want to play the map.
Stats: 80
Question for Cardi
HP,
Fan
74
is,
attack,
can he play the Diva?
74
Because
defense,
the bans have come in
126 special
against
attack,
the Diva from I think the
116
last two
special
teams that
defense,
LUNEX
and
matched up
67
with
speed.
on Gibraltar. So now that the Diva ban is open, in the end though, I think Tread is probably angling for a Diva mirror. You know, on a map where the tank's movements are
banning
gonna
the
have
ball?
huge implications. Like Gibraltar is just
We're
always
banning
been a
the
map
ball.
where,
We're ball
as
banners.
the dive tank, you can have massive influence on the game.
I will say that when LUNEX picked this map yesterday, it was a Diva ban against them. So it is possible the Cardi Fan is showing.
Yeah, I know my cam's
playing
broken.
into
I need to let it
teams,
let it
have been
not
trying to work around
overheat
that. It
and
seems
then
that,
turn it
you know,
on.
it's Disguise
What I need to do
Toast.
is,
I reckon
how do I
with the
stop
style
a
of play,
camera
it is
from
better than
overheating?
what
Do I
happened
need to
with their
cover it in
their own
ice?
run. We saw Infected, play the ball mirror there, which is
Buy like
which
a
is quite
bag of
important.
ice?
Not sure if that's really where Zeb's bread is buttered, so to speak, but I think the Diva call is probably spot on, Jake. The answer though
Or
is
banning
gonna
the
be a
ball.
Cassidy ban.
They're
Normally,
banning.
I
Oh, they're
guess someone
banning
that you're reaching for if you're
PGE's
trying to
Cassidy.
answer
They
directly
know
or,
he's
you
kind of
know,
crazy with it.
these
though.
otherwise highly mobile compositions.
They might play Doomfist. That's
Here's
kind
my
of a
question.
crazy call.
Do you know who's playing before you ban? Like, if we ban the ball, can they not play Cardi Fan? You know, okay.
To be able to bring out the Freya,
Imagine
and have more of
you
that,
can swap out the
vertical
players like
mobility.
you can swap
So,
Overwatch heroes.
You know, I do think the ban the Cassidy can be seen two ways. Either it's about protecting your hit scan preference and the way you want to approach that, or it's about just continuing to play a dive tank, which at this point is Winston or Doomfist. So
I
Cardi Fan subbing in for
Doom
Zeb.
has been considered here, especially given that any Doom player is going to know you don't actually have a way to mitigate mag grenade. You of course when you're power blocking, if you get hit by that mag
No
grenade,
way
you
one trick players are viable
really annoying
in competitive
interaction that,
Overwatch,
doesn't
right?
require much from the Cassidy in order to make your life really unpleasant. So that could
Also,
be
in the
targeting
lore,
straight away.
Doomfist is dead.
You're certainly going to be targeting a
He
tank
got
that just
killed
won't
by
have
Vendetta.
just many of the high mobility varieties. So I like
The
where you're
newest
going with this. And I
Futanari
hope
on the
we-
block.
We get that. It's such a signature pick, but
it's too
I
crazy
haven't
though.
seen
As
it
I
on this
say it,
map.
I'm like, I don't believe in it anymore. I'm like, are you really gonna play
Have I
Doom?
talked you out of your own prediction? That's
I mean, the got the Cassidy, it's nice, but I think Doom's problems run a little deeper than that. I also think it is a pretty tough Doom map, right? Like you really need to use your slam pretty much every time to get in, unless you got some like wild diag punch text going on, which maybe Cardi
wow.
Fan does. And okay,
Actual
okay,
Doomfist.
you know what? I'm not gonna.
Why
confirm this
is he
text
aura
then.
walking?
He's absolutely aura farming the spawn here. Respect.
And we get it. We are getting
It's a
it.
Doom.
Rockets on
Wait, there's
Reaper
no
now?
way
On
Doom here.
defense.
Tread is baiting.
Treads on
100%
Doomfist? I don't get
That's not
it.
gonna do
Tread
this.
is gonna pull out the Diva by the time the doors open. I refuse to be baited.
He knows full well, I think, what he's
Wait,
gonna be
who's that
going
girl
up
that
against. So
X10
now,
is on? I've
okay,
never
so
seen her.
How much do you know
What she do?
about what we should be expecting from Doomfist on defense here? Obviously, you are just trying to, make these non-committal dives, give yourself a way out.
Red
possible,
Ja.
but what are the things now with Cassidy banned that you're worried about if you're a Cardi fan that you don't want to be running into here?
I mean, I believe they had Brig Kiri right behind the Doom. I think that was the comp they rolled out with. So actually, I think Doom is probably not going to be afraid of anything. I think he's probably just going to like full send it. I guess the Brig knocking you down with the counter bash is probably like the worst case scenario for Doom. That's the hardest thing to deal with. But it is not necessarily easy for Brig to find that interaction. Always, you kind of need to deploy the bash for movement a lot. Yeah, so it can happen. It could also just get cleansed off, and you could like go for a hard full commit dive here. The biggest thing I want to see from LUNEX for them to succeed here is that when they dive, they need to be able to have X10 coming into the fight, finding the action. I think the biggest problem is going to be, frankly, just Tread on the Diva,
What does
because
he do?
that's not a matchup that's going to feel good for Doom.
Is
You
she
can,
a
throw
support
some
or an
counter
AD?
punches in, put some harassment down, but
ADC?
I don't, other than like some whip shots coming in, I don't know who's going to deal with the Diva, which means who's going to be stopping Cart. So you might go for these hard dives, but the cart can just like roll in and cap on you if you're, you know, too focused on that aggression and you're not playing the objective well enough, which for me is kind of Doom's weakness in this map, and why I think we don't often see Doom is that he's probably the worst tank in the game at just like touching the objective for extended periods of time.
Staying power,
yeah. He hits super hard, but you know, he needs to play the cooldown cycle, and he can't just play in the open and like take those, you know, exposed sight lines typically.
Feast your eyes, folks. The Cardi fan Doomfist is
Cardi
about
fan
to take to the stage.
Doomfist.
And
I
again,
mentioned
we
this
have
before,
seen
but Cardi
players
fan
with
was
mastery
one of the
certain
players
heroes
on our
kind of
radar
flip the
when we
script
were
on what
building
our
our DSG
expectations
team.
should be when we use arbitrary analysis of how their hero should perform in certain cases. But to reiterate, Jake mentioned the staying power for Doomfist isn't great. You can really only rotate on and off the cart with those cooldowns similar to a Tracer. So
why don't we shoot Doomfist in the head?
To stand and deliver could become
it's
pretty
his
challenging.
fist
But
that's
it's going to be the Tread Diva, just as
like,
you expected, Jake. And
PG going back to
PG.
spawn 100% when he sees Doom. He's like, nah, I'm done. Get me off Widow. I'm not playing that in the Doomfist. A lot more survivability. Being able to jump high with the pistol to go over the Doom punches really helps that matchup.
They're not even contesting.
We're going to be the option, and it's certainly going to be quite a nuisance.
Oh god, he's Doomfisting on us. He's fisting us. Oh, never mind. Goes back up. So how do you beat Doomfist?
So keep an eye out for that one. We saw that showcase.
Oh, absolute one, absolute one.
Some pretty impactful bowler shots, but in general, a little bit tricky when she wasn't given any.
I don't know. I'm not impressed with this Doomfist so far. He's just jumping around.
Doomfist mechanics, folks.
When does he start doing things?
Cardi fan can throw some punches in, like harass slightly, but can never really stay in front of this Diva. And this card has been moving. LUNEX have not really planted their feet for any sort of engagement yet.
Yeah. Okay, he's coming up, and he's leaving.
Rocket's going to keep the Vendetta here. I would think Doom is actually going to feel pretty nice here. Cleanse is forced out.
I don't get it.
Opportunity for LUNEX, but as you're talking
Bro,
about
I don't get it.
Rolling here, mate. You got to do something soon. You got probably 30 more seconds letting the cart push before this one really breaks down.
And there's a lady with the bow and arrow in a world of guns and swords. Whoa, Tread! From
LUNEX is kind of gross here, and again, no success in attempting to challenge this high ground position for the attackers. So now you'll see LUNEX start to shift up in gear when before they weren't really willing to stand and fight. Now they can full.
Whoa! We gotta be resetting this forgetting.
Oh, I didn't actually know that works. I guess when you do dash to the sword, it counterbashes Doom. I didn't know that. It just gives a mutual knockdown. I have not seen Doom played since Vendetta has existed. So that's maybe why Rocket wants it, trying to find the mutual knockdown on the Doom punch.
Not what you would expect.
Get them off this high ground. Push them on. This is our high ground.
Like a shield bash, and the spin doesn't really carry a.
The Vendetta has the sword up, the Doomfist has his fist up, and just staring at each other.
Yeah, that's a bit of flavor.
Why don't we, okay, we need our Kiriko to start speaking Japanese here.
PG needs to Suzu badly. He got it, but holding that high ground position is still going to be difficult. Zomba drops down here.
It is.
Coming in and Tread.
Why is Tread constantly
over here towards the point? But there's Rocket spin to win. Both backliners claim.
Oh, wait, Rocket got two.
But now things get that much harder for LUNEX. Kitsune Rush was deployed at least before Z's exited.
Okay, he's ulting. He's ulting.
Against the wall.
Oh, man, he sat on Kiriko.
Barrier should make this a little bit easier for DSG. LUNEX are fighting on fumes, whereas DSG have really had to commit some big ultimates, and they've got their checkpoint.
That's good.
Yeah, that's massive.
I don't know. This Doomfist guy, this Cardi fan guy.
I think LUNEX make the hold. Like, Cardi fan got a lot done there, found the kill on the Sile, and kept the fight in contention. But losing both supports at once at the start of the fight.
He seems like he does no damage. He did kill Skyo by sitting on him, though.
In terms of defending the allies. Looking for a knock-in punch onto Rocket there. It's not going to be easy to find. Rocket with a ton of mobility. And once again, cart's rolling. LUNEX challenged to do something about it.
You made a good point there, Jake. You don't get a lot of peel when you're playing with the Doomfist.
Oh, help her, Saber. She's absolute one.
Kills, not double back for his
Wait,
own
down here doesn't matter, right? Because our spawn point's so
close.
close.
He's going to beat your head in if you get too close. Super aggressive on the brig.
Not gonna lie, I don't know what Freya does, but she's frying us a little bit.
Quickly bundled DSG out of that shuttle phase entirely. Thundering Blade here for Rocket, but that's about it. Because remember, DSG spent so heavily to try and get to this point in the first place.
I will say, I don't expect him to get the Sunring Blade off with the Doom punch stun. It's pretty easy to cancel. So Rocket's going to have to, choose his timing really carefully on that one to avoid just losing the ult.
Need some big airborne action with that Sundering Blade. Cardi fan being peppered down by those grenades. Rocket, you see Cardi fan immediately trying to respond until Rockets dive in. So there is some degree of peel that's going on, but in the meantime, Trent is much more
I mean, if they're never gonna contest this on the point, why don't we just sit? Yo, sit on the point. Sit on the point.
Serious pressure. No point trying to go after the freighter in midair. Rocket's happy enough with this.
Yo, slice him up. Yo, chop this guy up. Chop him up.
Full commitment, and they're not giving it to them. Thundering blade, no connection, but X sends down, Jake.
Oh, that was the zoning.
No recall on Zomba. Cardi
Trent got a pick though.
Oh
God! Did they stun each other? They both fell.
Sees that punch coming. That's gonna be enough.
Yo, PG with the quadro.
I mean, LUNEX, they're trying to play this
and we didn't see it.
The
Overwatch, Blizzard, let's be honest. Everyone here is for one reason.
You go for those harassment cooldowns, you put a little bit of damage.
3 letters.
Somebody's going to be exposed, and a speed-boosted diva with Vendetta in tow is not something you want to go against on a Brig or a Tracer.
Alright. Showing us obviously some pretty great Brig gameplay, but like you mentioned, you don't have that option to respond to these bursts of speed from DSG. Which is something LUNEX did very effectively in the previous map. Their tempo was higher and more effective. That is nasty from Cardi Fan. He came out absolutely no.
Cardi Fan killed left.
Here comes PGE.
Yo, PG, how about a kill? Oh no! PG, get a kill! That's PGE. PGE. Why are you shooting empty ground space? There's no one there. You're shooting your demons.
That's a good back out from Cardi. Still has the power punch. Going to knock some players out of the rushes. Continuing to hold on to this corner, but Disguised continuing to push.
Cardi Fan is Thanos? Bro, it's not Thanos, man. Like maybe Thanos when after he retired and he's just a farmer. That version of Thanos, yeah.
For that one tank kill. One last retake probably going to be available here for LUNEX, and they have the rally to support it. So Disguised in a tough spot trying to close this one out. They need some picks.
I don't have a lot to work with in terms of the support ultimates. It's just Trent with a remake opportunity. Nenwai though almost flanked.
Yo, get back to your spawn.
At least Cardi Fan is on the cart, but they need healing very, very quickly. Zomba's down, Rocket's down.
How about we use an ult? Ooh, we got Diva ult. Bomb him. Bomb him. Diva. Oh, Trey got killed.
That's your flexibility.
Yes, PG, throw a bomb. There's a giant bomb.
The Doomfist is cannot hang with grenades and bullets being fired off. And that will be DSG getting a map completion. Just under 2 minutes of time back.
Oh, that guy did not feel like he was Thanos.
He's finding so many of these crazy opportunities that like only an expert Doom player can find. You know, like it takes beyond skill at Overwatch. You need to really know the hero inside and out. And I mean, the damage is massive, but in the end, PGE just standing there, thumping away on the Emery, putting down massive damage. The speed boosts from the Lucio are just too strong, and the ult fights are really rough for LUNEX, right? Like when they don't have that heavy frontline tank, so when it comes to a rush on rush, just brawling at close range, Doom just can't keep up with Diva. I mean, the damage Diva puts out is massive, and I mean, you see the Tread there, he's just like ignoring the front line, trying to push the spawn, like holding the doors, keeping Nenwai out of the fight, and you know, I think this is really just Disguised understanding the matchup super well and punishing these windows because you know, LUNEX is executing about as well as you could be asking for in this game.
What do you got? What do you? There's no way you can one trick in competitive Overwatch, right?
Cardi Fan was preferring to go for, and LUNEX saw straight through that, especially if you've been watching these LUNEX games on
Tank is the most important role. If you know he's playing Doomfist and the entire team picks around the fact that he's gonna play Doomfist.
Solid performance from PGE as well on this Emra. Quietly just amassing like 8,000 damage, which is pretty insane. A long way ahead of any of the other DPS contemporaries on the map. Now we're going to see LUNEX come out on the attacking side. So they are going to stay on this Doomfist comp. The only real change is that switch over towards Lucio, which as attackers will make sense.
Yeah, I don't mind the Doom as much on attack because you don't need to hold the cart, right? You can, you know, like ignore the cart.
I want to see some Hanzo. Has
Hanzo
Hanzo ever been meta in
and I think Cardi's gonna be able to find a lot of positive
Overwatch
here.
competitive? I feel like it'd be very fun to see competitive
Lucio
Hanzo.
And Vendetta, they've invested heavily into the ability to dive in and
get yourself a headshot.
But without the Tracer, holding cart could get awkward.
And Trenton won't really just be able to ignore Cardi Fan anymore. They will have
PG with the kill on Zomba?
With this Doomfist pressure. And his high ground has been essentially taken in by LUNEX. You see,
yeah, push these guys off. Push them off. I'll hide. Oh, come on!
Very quickly, this high ground got reclaimed, even though Cardi Fan was emanating threat from that position.
Oh, Cardi almost got Silent Rocket.
I want a new meta. Nerf Lucio, nerf Kiriko, nerf Diva.
Create the space. He's taking over server rooms.
All right, enough is enough. Right now, let's see a new meta. When's the next patch?
weathering the storm for now. They can do that well with the D.Va, but LUNEX with the Lucio have a lot more space to work with.
Every time there's a punch, there's some space that's opened up here by Cardigan. Like, they know. They just double back.
They've had their time. They've had, what, the last 3 years of Overwatch competitive?
To play from. Now it's getting a bit more uncomfortable.
Let's see something different.
And nice work by Tread to try and retake this high ground, but for how long can he keep?
What's Freya's ult? What she do? Oh, PGE ult. PGE ult though. PGE, I think that guy is a tank.
Here's the override protocol from PGE again. It's really about
Go left. Watch out. He's wait.
For both teams.
Wait, did he accidentally ult on the ledge?
To maintain here with a cart starting to whip around the corner. They might need a Kitsune rush here in a couple of seconds.
Because I don't think you're supposed to ult on thin air. That seems bad.
The Russian left had to beat as well, Jake.
You're telling chat. You're telling me this guy. This guy is
on slivers of HP left. Beat makes all the difference.
Doomfist Thanos.
It takes 2 support ultimates to weather the storm, and yeah, you use Meteor Strike and Bola Shot, but you're kind of willing to throw away those ultimates on LUNEX. Double support ultimate advantage. Gonna be really
he just
hard to
ulted the
Zamba
wall.
Held position in the back line. This is gonna get really annoying because Rocket gonna be mostly leashed to the cart here.
Yeah, Rocket can't fight the Tracer at all.
Can't nerf Kiriko because who's gonna sell him? Wait, is Kiriko that popular off like a skin character? Oh god, wait, hang on. Wait, what happened? What happened to my backline? I need them. I need my backline. Whoa, whoa, what are we, C9ing?
Where's the touch? There won't be one. Disguised are too far away, and Rocket punched off the card. In the nick of time, there's a touch.
Why are we C9ing?
They're going to be able to keep this going any longer. Tread desperately trying to defense matrix left, but Somba's able to cut through it ultimately. And now the sky is just dripping out towards that card
0.
area.
Oh my god, 0.05 meters? 5 centimeters? I'm familiar with things that are 5 centimeters.
That's great fight from LUNEX there. And
Mercy and Kiriko are top
ultimate
skin
perspective.
sellers.
Like Nenwai with an aggro beat here is going to be devastating.
I'm surprised because Kiriko didn't come out that long ago, right?
With the Doom Punch available, it's going to be tough for Rocket to really make much of a meaningful defense. He's looking for the punch off the map. Ooh, they're going in lower.
Juno as well? PGE, come on, man.
That's really nice from Cardigan.
You just snuck up behind this giant guy. Just snuck up behind you, punch you in the head.
Unanswerable. PG was not ready for it. Cardigan can work his health pack to a degree. And
He absolute one. Absolute one.
To get out.
He has to. Oh, ultimate to get out.
Cardigan says, clearly, whatever I'm doing is working right now because the rest of DSG are struggling to play the game. Look at this card. They have blitzed through this second phase of the map here, and DSG are showing no signs of being able to establish any meaningful way back.
What are we doing?
Here comes Rocket, maybe like a high ground sundering blade, but there doesn't seem to be much for him to look at. Zomba's still a nuisance. X10 does lose the bowler shot into that defense.
Okay, Rocket, nice. Skyle gets away. Nope. Oh god, I hope he lives. He's in there. Nice PG. Good kill.
Have a chance to set their feet on this part of the map.
Good.
That's a huge catch from Rocket, able to Sundering Blade through that beat. And LUNEX, that was their tempo. That was their moment to cap second and set themselves up for a strong chance to get an OT round.
Pretty women get
now that goal feels further than ever away. Silent Left verging on their own double support ultimates. It's going to take a hero play at Zamba. I mean, this is an incredibly difficult pulse one to connect with. You got Cleanse, you got D.Va. It is a rough one to try and find kills.
Like you mentioned earlier,
I noticed that gamers like soft, cute women, but not strong, dominant women.
Kind of makes all the difference in the world.
Which is totally the opposite of me.
Into Cardigan, who's boxing it up with Tread.
It's going to go forward, but is it too far? No, just banking on getting that mega health pack, and it is secured. Kitsune Rush used, and LUNEX have the mobility.
Oh no, no
PGE, who mentioned just how hard it is to get in these fights, and that's after the Kitsune Rush.
Oh, guys. Come on, push him off.
Now, it's not pretty, but
oh, we're left beating. Left beat.
Of the map, they've got to fully commit, and still,
yo. Can we not let this little
attempt there from Zomba's going to draw Rocket away from the fight? That leaves Tread essentially out at sea. The D.Va is demeched here. Nothing Tread can do.
Nice, Rocket. Okay, Rocket's getting some big old kills right now.
The baby D.Va down, but at least
oh, Scott, get out there. Get out there. Yo, this Freya is a bit of an issue. Yo.
Enough from LUNEX, just trading up on some of these, value exchanges. Jake leaves them now with 2 minutes to finish the map.
Yeah, dual
Sorry, my
picks there from
webcam-
X
my
and
webcam's
Zomba
been
both
overheated.
times on the PGE. XM finds it first, and Zomba catches him coming back off the respawn. Recognizes the Emra is the best target, and Kiri just not quite ready to hit the TP cleanse on the respawning player. So great catches.
No
from LUNEX,
way
forces
we're
a
losing
rough
to
Kitsune
a
rush
man
in
with a
disguise,
fist and a
LUNEX
woman
kites
with a
it out,
bow.
Punishes with their own ult tempo. Well executed play. For
They're
them on
using
I like that
weaponry
proof
from
there
the
from trying to
1500s.
isolate Cardi Fan as much as possible. So a lot of damage being taken by the Doomfist. Look at the pace of play
Alright, thank
here.
you.
Nice enough for PGE, right?
Thank
Playing
you. Yeah,
X10,
PGE
and
said
NY
enough.
also unable to escape from this override protocol. This gets
Daddy's
hard to play
mad.
out from now. Look at where Disguised are. They are up by these doors, trying to make it punishing, creating a choke that LUNEX have to push through.
Spawn camp is actually brutal into the Doomfist, right? Doomfist thrives in aggression, and look at PGE's position. Taking this high ground, Cardi
Don't
Fan
get
finds the
fisted, don't
mark.
get fisted, don't get
Leftist
fisted.
defending. Get knocked for Doomfist. Might
Don't
be
get
brought
fisted.
Down here, super low HP. Has the meteor strike.
Watch
though.
out, watch out. Everyone spread out.
Yeah, that's enough time
Big
for them to
spread
heal
out.
back on up. Where we go towards the car.
Spread so he
Didn't
can't
quite
fist.
connect, and Rockets have a
Usually
slip
you
away.
spread so
In
someone
fact,
can
Zomba
fist,
on
but
the
not
way
this
through.
time.
There's nowhere
Oh
really for
my
Cardi Fan to go
God.
here. Big volley
Yo,
shot
Rocket's
catching
doing
out
so
PGE
much, but I'm not
and left,
like
might
the
take it
POV's
with
never
more
on
than
him.
that. Without their tank, LUNEX
Huh?
can only really shake sticks at them. Sile is down though. X10 brimming with confidence. And there's no great
Oh, a
feeling to
little
trade for them.
zoom
They go back
in
to
and
the
grab a
wall.
little health
When
pack.
Trade doubles back to the cart though, they realize, wait, they have spawn advantage. And there are 5 of them here. Well, there goes my man.
Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
double kill Bola
We're
from
gonna need
X10
something
makes overall
crazy
the
here.
difference. No chance
Rocket
to
has
play
Vendetta
without the
out.
play from her, so huge catch. Now Freya, a lot of room to work with on the high ground, but Disguised on the verge of some powerful support ultimates. They need to bridge the gap. They need to stall the cart. And this Diva is so tanky. It's going to be pretty tough ass for LUNEX to get through there to try and roll this one in.
We should pop the ult. We should just pop the ult.
Thundering Blade at the ready for Rocket. Last time it was used just to
Just
take
pop
the
it,
Doomfist
just
out
pop
of the
it.
fight. Fair exchange, if you ask me.
What's poppin'?
Doomfist hayes around the world, I'm sure, in agreement.
Well, we're buying so much
He's
time.
rushed
We just
to
need to
fire.
win
Let's
one.
start the fight off. Z's and NY are gonna
Rocket
have
out,
to
rocket
force
out.
with
Push him
advantage
off, push
to
him
work
off.
within a second.
Let them C9.
Make use
Let them
of the window.
C9.
Thundering Blade, though, of course, shuts that window straight in the face of LUNEX, and now they're running out of time.
Oh,
This
PG
match
got
is at
one.
risk of
Left got
slipping
one.
away
Love that
from
guy.
him.
PG got another. Love that guy too.
To the side from
Love them
Barnes
all.
here, and a self-Susie won't be enough to keep Z's in the fight. We've got a tied-up series, folks. DisguisedToast take us to Gibraltar and snatch up the dub.
These games kind of close.
Yeah, well played, you know, with confidence
Ooh,
that they could
why
just
these
deal with
games
the
kinda
Doomfist.
close?
Execution was solid from DSG. And ultimately,
Yeah,
that's
Rocket
why we just don't see
was really
Doomfist
good on the
get played
Vendetta.
this
I don't
level.
know why
Can't
we ever
ask for
play him
more
on
from Cardi
anything
Fan.
else.
I mean, he's finding just about everything that there is to find on the map. But
Put the
still,
Vendetta
it's
in
just
the bag.
overwhelming weight of the ult fights, the Diva just steamrolling you down. When you find yourself in that neutral game, trying to push cart through a difficult choke point, you just don't have the firepower. Like the Diva is just refusing to back down, and when the ultimates come in, it goes from bad to worse.
My blood
This
pressure
is a
is
huge play. I mean,
rising.
honestly, this fight goes a little bit differently. We could.
still
have been
find it
looking at a
crazy
very
that I have an
different game,
Overwatch
right?
team.
If
I went to the
Doom's able
streamer
make a
awards,
stronger
and then
hold, it's that
I saw
first
Boger
incredible
there, and I
offense
think he
that
used to be
really
in some
sets the tone
Overwatch.
here
And
for
he's like,
DSG
bro,
in that
why
match.
are you in
Yeah, I mean,
Overwatch?
and again,
And a lot of
we
people
can see
ask
how
me that
hard it is
question.
for,
Like,
you know,
why
LUNEX
are
to
you in
contest
Overwatch?
the
And
cart
sometimes I don't
pretty
even know the
late for
answer.
time.
Like,
Cardi Fan's always
I don't
backing
know.
up, then diving back on,
I don't know.
coming in and out. And you could
But
say the
funny
same
enough,
on the Diva, but it's a little bit
I've been
easier
enjoying
for
it.
Diva to be less committal. She does not
I think
have to
Overwatch
fight,
has
you
a
know,
really
go deep.
passionate
She does
community.
to some degree have to, you know, be concerned with some peel, which we saw from Cardi Fan. I saw some doubling back from the Doomfist, which is great because
And I feel like
obviously
I'm
all
like my
eyes are on X10.
full
Taking out
credit to
Freya
the
is,
entire
you know,
team,
like a huge
but I think a
role
lot of
on this
people
map. So
are
it's tough
supporting
to
DSG
play
because
with
we
a
have
DPS who's so pivotal
the
to your
Wingstop
strategy,
guy.
but then have a tank who isn't able to offer too much in terms of that team utility in order to prolong their life. You just have a lot on your plate if you're both.
When's
playing.
the DSG bundle coming out? I don't know. Usually they release it at the end of the year, right? Hopefully we're still around by then.
So it's not an easy way to play the game.
Boger sold out. Is it selling out to switch to a different
Still
game
cool
so
to see,
that
the
you can
strat
make more
from
money?
LUNEX. I mean, this team, it's fun to root
Did
for
I
them,
sell
right,
out
as I'm
Hearthstone
sure
when
as
I
the fans,
started
because
playing
they're just doing
Among Us?
something a little bit different. They're willing to put their own flavor, their own spin on the game, and Gibraltar is definitely too close to say that that's like a dominant counter from DSG. Like, it does look winnable. I think you do need to hit. I don't see how you ever cap last, frankly, with the Doom comp. That's even possible.
Bro, I've been
But
sponsored
holds,
by
like, you
Marvel
could've held
Rivals
first, you could've
before,
held
and let me
second,
tell
right?
you.
So there are win conditions, and I think
I be
you have to
selling out
put
too.
some respect on Cardi